Hey guys, what's up? It's Spartacus here. So I am back to do another How to Play Control Warrior video. Since my last one, I've gotten, well, I think better at the class, and not only better at the class, but better at broadcasting and teaching, and kind of talking to you guys and telling you or trying to teach you how to play Control Warrior, because it is a difficult class and it takes a lot of time to learn how to play it. So I'm just gonna do what I did last time, dive into some ranked games, and we'll see how we do, and just go through what we're looking for in each matchup and what we're looking for overall when playing Control Warrior. So this is the deck list I'm going to be using. It's a little unique, not that unique, but it only runs one shield block. I cut one because, it's kind of a cycle card, and I'm running two Shield Maidens now, so basically I get as much armor as before. Other unique things about this deck, Ysera instead of Ragnaros. I'd like to avoid Big Game Hunter, and Ysera is much better against classes like Paladin and Shaman, which usually Warrior struggles with. So what else is unique? We got a Pilot Shredder in here and a Throttling Berserker. So those two cards are more proactive. They allow us to do much better against Druid. And just the one Whirlwind. And otherwise, pretty standard stuff. Um, Whatever you're building, whatever your particular warrior class looks like, it's, you know, can be it can be different than this list, but we all know most control warriors have the same tenets, the Alexstrasza and the Grom, and then you're going to have the Belchers and the it's always good to have a Harrison Jones in there. Otherwise, you really struggle in mirror matchups and against Paladins. So it's a really important card. The Brawl usually, two Death Spites, Big Game Hunter usually, two Acolytes, two Cruels, two Armor Smiths, two Fire War Axes, a couple Shield Slams, a couple Executes. So that's basically the meat of the deck, and then you can kind of fiddle with what you want on the side to set your matchups accordingly. So if you want to be better against Paladins and Shamans, then you have the Baron Geddon in here. Uh, so things like that. Okay, so let's just dive right in to the playing. I think we're at the fourth or fifth day of the season, maybe the sixth day of the season. So I'm currently at rank 8, I believe. Moving on up there. Okay. And yeah, okay. So meta's looking. There's a lot of different classes right now. Which are really the most common is Face Hunter, which this deck is just so good against, which is great. So let's see what we get. And in general, just gonna be doing some more teaching on Control Warrior. It looks like this class will be, even with BlackRock, which is currently being released, looks like this class build-up will be pretty stable. I don't think we might get Dragon Warrior, but I don't think that's going to happen. So it's looking like there won't be too many changes with this. Emperor Thorson is a card that a lot of people like to put in their control decks. I frankly can't justify making room for it in here. I like putting it in other decks, but in Control Warrior, I just found sometimes it just wasn't worth it. But it's definitely something you can consider putting in. So we're going to have to assume Mech Mage, but there's a lot of Tempo Mages running around right now. Tempo Mage is pretty tough matchup, to be completely honest, and Mech Mage is, people say we're a little not favored. I don't know, I think it's kind of 50-50. It really depends. I'm going to keep the Cruel Taskmaster for the 2-1 with Death Rattle. Why am I forgetting the name of that? But if you can get that trade off in the early game, it's so good. And in general, Cruel Taskmaster tends to be pretty good in the early game. The other things I'll throw back, though, hoping to get that War Axe. That's what you really want against whenever you assume aggro, you just really want the War Axe. Armor Smith's probably a good keep, too. And then Cruel Taskmaster's a decent keep. Other than that, I'd probably throw everything back, though. But hey, no turn 1 play from him, so that's good. And we'll pass right back. Okay, so this doesn't tell us anything, because that's a great draw. Easy, just kill this. Easy decision there. If we didn't have that, we'd probably just armor up. But yeah, this doesn't tell us anything. It could still be Freeze Mage. It could still be some sort of Tempo Mage. It's Tempo Mage. So there you go. I don't really want to give him an Acolyte. Like, I think that's like the best thing to get. Like, I could give him a Cruel, but I'm not 100% sure that one of them is gonna, or it's gonna be Mirror Entity. So another secret role. Oh wait, never mind. That's not a Mad Scientist. What am I talking about? Oh, so this is interesting decision here. It's like if I give him the Acolyte, then he guarantees to get at least 2 draws off of it because he can ping. But that gives him more longevity and less tempo, and my deck is going to draw better cards than his on average. So making him play a slow game is actually alright with me. And you can just assume it's Mirror Entity. It's the most common secret. And then after that, you can eliminate from then on. This deck's going to have many different types of secrets, though. We're probably going to see counter spells in here. Yeah, so he's going to get 3 draws off this thing. But it's fine. I'm going to get a couple, too. And like I said, if we're both going to be drawing a lot of cards, my cards are going to be better on average. I wouldn't mind having him get more Acolytes in terms of duplicates, so yeah, we'll use the Death Bite. Yeah, because it's on curve. We also have the Fire War X, but the Death Bite, going into turn 5, especially against this, he could have Belchers or something, so it's nice to have something that can deal 5 damage going into turn 5. It's always very good. So if this was a duplicate, that would be great, because I would not mind giving him a couple Acolytes. It's not, so we tested for duplicate. Let's keep that in mind. Great thing against these mages too is keeping the coin a little bit, because if it is counterspell, coin is really, really valuable. Wonder what that one is. Frostbolting the face. Okay. I think we have another mirror entity probably. That's why these are so annoying. It's so difficult for warriors to play around secrets all the time. Okay, I'm gonna execute this. Probably not the best execute target, but I had to test for something. Of course it's counterspell. That was stupid. Learn from me, guys. Use the coin first. Wow, that was stupid. Sometimes your head gets into the play too much and you don't think it out fully. Even though I just said the coin is so valuable against counterspell, blah blah blah. Well, I'll be able to play Dr. Boom next turn at least. Never mind, I won't be able to play it. Whoa, I'm really surprised that he didn't kill my, that's really surprising there to me, that he didn't, kill my 2/2, so it can't trade to the 6/2. That says to me that he's close to lethal, which means the Belcher's gotta go down here. Does the Belcher have to go down here? Here's the thing. So if I trade this in, I'm down to 8 health. 8 health, 7 mana, Frostbolt, Fireball will kill me. He already used 1 Frostbolt. However, if I don't develop the Belcher, then I'm behind on board, and I think that's a worse sin. I just need to survive this 1 turn, then I can get back out. I can get up into the black. Oh, looks like I don't survive it. Yeah. Well, that was my fault. I have no one to blame but myself there for that counterspell mistake. So, learn from that. Don't play too quick. Although it's not always an easy thing to remember when there's so many different things you have to think about and play around. This game is getting more and more complex every day. Okay. Let's dive back in. So, yeah, in general, though, Tempo Mage is usually difficult for Warrior because of all the secrets are just so difficult to play around for Warrior. It's really tough to run a Kazan Mystic in Warrior because you just don't need it against Hunters, like you do good enough. So the only class that would be it's good against are Mages, and it's just not worth it to put it in. So with all those secrets, especially because sometimes you just don't have low drops to trigger Mirror Entities with, I actually had a pretty good hand to deal with what was what he was doing against me there. I Oh wow, it's a rematch. Okay, next time I won't queue up so quick. I'd like to face a variety of classes. But now that I know that this is it, I don't have to actually mulligan as hard for the axe. I can just do things like this. The Acolyte will be good to trigger Mirror Entity. Take things a little more slowly. Okay. Decent. Of course, Mana Worm. Mad Scientist. Yep. This guy's got a great first hand, it looks like. We armor up again because the plan is next turn we're going to take coin out that Death Bite. And then the turn after we're going to Shredder. So the curve's looking decent. We're probably not going to Shredder anymore. It depends what that is. It's probably Mirror Entity though. But Shredder of his own. Okay, I want him to get the Acolyte. Again though, even giving him an Acolyte is just like I want the draw, but at the same time, can I be that greedy? Yeah, because I'm killing this, so ugh. Then I just execute that. No counterspell up this time? Oh, bib. Now he only gets one draw off of it. It's quite nice. Because these are tempo decks, it's the same rule of thumb that applies to Druid applies to these decks. So you have to use your like, don't worry about holding on to your executes or holding on to your shield slams or stuff like that. Like, you have to use them because you really gotta deal with the board. I'm gonna brawl this. 3 minions, it's good enough. Hopefully the Azure Drake doesn't survive. Perfect. Ugh. Again, not a good matchup because they flood the board. And it's so tough for me to deal with a big board, plus all these secrets. Ugh, just not a good matchup for Warrior. Oh my goodness. Wait, is this the... Oh no. Oh. Wow, I think I lost again. Homing chicken. I gotta get rid of that. I gotta shield slam it. Oh, it's fully a counterspell. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, this is a loss, guys. Destroy and draw 3 cards. That thing is so powerful. I was hoping it was the Poultryizer, the one that turns things into a 1/1 chicken. But nope. I don't want my BGH, otherwise things would be looking alright. Or they would have been. Okay, just play the spell. Thank you. I will not be queuing in immediately. I'll be waiting. Just gonna wait. Okay. Do not want to get matched up against that guy again. Let's hope for something better. Okay. I've actually been doing very well against druids lately, so I won't even mind to see a druid. Okay, Face Hunter. We can assume it's Face Hunter because I literally haven't seen anything else lately, and we have a crazy good hand against it. So, despite, well, good on turn 4, not quite good enough yet, we'll draw other things to play. But these are the 3 cards you want. These are the 3 best cards against Face Hunter. Oh, and there is one other good one. This should be a win. If I can't win this, then, well, it might not be Face Hunter. We don't know. With that card, I don't feel the need to Cruel Taskmaster as much. I'm going to develop the Armor Smith. If it was a 2-1, then I would probably Cruel Taskmaster it. I'll get the free kill first, and then I'll use the axe to kill this. Because this very well could be mid-range Hunter, and in which case then the Freezing Trap would be a little annoying. We could always just attack with that next turn and set off the Freezing Trap, but this way we get that kill, which is nice. Also, just a note, something I've learned recently. If there are multiple minions on the board that are like the same to you, like let's just say there is an abusive sergeant and a mad scientist, and a Worgen infiltrator, and you don't care about the difference between 1 and 2 health, like that doesn't matter to you at all, kill the scientist last, because it means that they have to, like, if you kill the scientist last, you give yourself more time, or you give them more time to draw the secrets out of their deck, which means if they draw them in their hand, then the mad scientist won't trigger them. I've actually won a game recently from that. So it's like a tiny little thing, but it can win you games. I don't have another. If I had another weapon in my hand, I'd attack because I don't want to be taking much face damage anyway. So I probably won't be using my weapon on minions too much. But yes, this is Face Hunter. Or it's not. Whoa, is X control? Okay, now I'm confused. This might be some sort of control hunter. Okay. That's cute. Hit that. Armor out. I mean, there was a. I mean, we haven't seen anything that's a 6-drop. Looks like that's going to be a high main probably. Yeah, weird. So it's some sort of control. This is a pretty easy turn right here. Shield Slam. Play the Armor Smith. Hit. Freezing Trap. That's fine. Armor back up. Easy stuff. So yeah, this is a worse matchup for us than Face Hunter. But we still have a lot of good tools. It's nice to draw your deck in this order. You want to draw your bombs late and your early game early, obviously. Probably looks like I'm going to be Death Spiting here. I thought maybe I would be Shield Maidening Shield Slam. Oh wait, I don't have a Shield Slam. Yeah, looks like I'm going to be Death Spiting here. I can also Fiery War Axe, Cruel Taskmaster, the Armor Smith. Death Spite looks pretty good though. And then I can Cruel Taskmaster. And then get myself some armor. I mean, I wonder how high this guy's curve goes. He's definitely got a Dr. Boom, so I'm going to save the big game hunter. I wonder if he runs Gazarilla. Very curious. And I still don't know what came out of that web spinner. I should have been keeping track of the cards to see which one is the web spinner card, because it could have been the high main. It is possible. I would sincerely hope not, though. Yep, there's a Dr. Boom. Cute. Fine by me. Okay. Face. Clear out those boom bots. Okay, only 4 damage. That's good. Again, I have no idea what this deck's running, so I'm not going to just play the War Axe, because who knows, there could be weapon break in this guy's deck. I don't think it's unreasonable for him to run an ooze. This Harrison's going to be very nice, though. You have to assume that a deck like this would have weapons. Especially Eaglehorn Bow. So, we'll see. Gotta get rid of the kite. So, yeah, let's just assume this is some sort of mid-range hunter that just runs Wild Pyro. Mid-range hunter is still, I think, a favorite matchup, but what'll kill you is the high mains. So, just try to be very weary that high main will probably be coming down on turn 6, and try to make sure that you have like a shield slam or an execute or something ready for that. If your deck does run a silence, Ironbeak Owl is fairly popular in warrior decks, then save that for the high main. This looks like it's an even later curve though. 2 Belchers, there might be a Sylvanas in here. I won't be surprised to see Feign Deaths in here actually. So, I have to be a little careful of that. I can kill this with the Cruel Taskmaster, finish it off with the Fire War Axe. I don't mind that. So yeah, I'm actually going to be weary of Feign Death, because that's like the Sylvanas Feign Death combo is really, really powerful, so I don't want to just drop my Ysura on an empty board without being sure that I can remove it if it gets stolen. I have Brawl, though. If everything goes wrong, I do have Brawl. Okay, wow. Okay, that's from the web spinner. This guy runs Acolytes, probably because of that. That's a great draw. Easy turn here. Probably because of the Wild Pyro. So, easy turn there. Belcher protects against that Acolyte getting more than 1 draw. So he's going to have to do something to it himself. He could run Steam Wheel, Sniper, and Gazarilla. I have no idea. I really don't know what this deck is. It's nice, though. It's nice to see Innovation Hunter. The problem is that these late game Hunter decks tend to not work out very well. It's because the hero power just isn't like the decks deck styles tend to revolve around the hero power. It's yeah, see, probably Feign Death or something coming out. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Take the 2/1. No, Belcher. Ugh. But yeah, like I was saying, like hero powers are because they're such a core part of your class. If your hero power goes against what your deck is trying to accomplish, it makes it that much more difficult. Okay, so this is a brawl, and we just hope Sylvanas doesn't live. That's all. 1 and 4. What are we gonna do after that though? We're probably gonna shield block. So let's just shield block now. Draw first. Okay. See what happens here. Good. I don't care as long as the Sylvanas doesn't survive. I didn't really care which one. That Sylvanas Feign Death combo is really scary. Uh, you can just single-handedly win matches because then you have what you steal plus the Sylvanas. So, yep. Now he's going to try and bring the pressure, it looks like. Pretty poor web spinner draws there, but he has another web spinner card in his hand. Okay, so this is looking like it's Ysera. Card that usually can't be played against hunters, but if we get Awakens, that's pretty good too, actually. Dream's very good. I can get rid of that Belcher and hit something that I want to hit, like the chicken. I'll probably actually get rid of the... Oh, that's probably a freezing trap. That's not good. I'm going to probably get rid of the Belcher and play Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden isn't a card I would mind getting freezing trapped. Can't get rid of the Lotheb because its effect takes, effect again. So and we'll let this Ysera just give us powerful cards. Yeah, if you're going to have a Hunter deck that's good against Warrior, it's going to be this one. Looks like I'm going to be freezing trapping that. I don't know. Oh. Gotcha. So usually I'd like to set off the freezing trap before I use my Harrison, but it looks like I'll still do that. We gotta kill this so he can't kill my Shield Maiden now. Having Ysera freezing trapped is incredibly bad because you can't play it ever again. Unless you get some sort of discount. So in the against Hunter, usually you can't play Ysera, but especially Alexstrasza, be careful about having that freezing trapped because then it becomes a dead card. It's essentially them killing it. Okay, well. It's gonna get bounced back. Oh, of course. So now this is pretty easy. I don't want to take much more face damage, so it is gonna be this face, museum, and probably Belcher. I don't know what we could draw that would change my mind. Looks like he knows the writing's on the wall. Especially with Ysera just drawing these incredible cards over and over. So now I have to make sure to armor up every single turn to just negate his hero power. At this point, that's just something you have to do against hunters. That's something that you'll have to do against hunters in every game you play against them. At a certain point, they're gonna have so low cards that they're gonna be hero powering every turn. So it's your goal to also hero power every turn. And he probably has Unleash, but do I care that much? Not really. I've already seen an owl. Did I just miss lethal, guys? What's 5 plus? No, I did not. Did I? No. Oh, I didn't. Hmm. Just interested to see what's in this deck. Oh, quick shot. Oh my goodness, how big this Throttling Berserker is gonna get. Hunter's Mark that? I'm confused. Oh, because of, I get it. This should be well played. This is an explosive trap. I can kill him a lot of different ways here. But let's do it with the Ysera cards. That was a really interesting game. Okay, so let's do one more. I'd like to at some point put a video with each certain matchup. It's a lot of time though to like record all my videos of me playing with Warrior and then cut them. I'll figure that out though. Perhaps at some point I'll be able to do that, and that way I can be like Control Warrior versus Druid, Control Warrior versus Mage. You know, I think that'll be more useful. So if there's interest in that, let me know in the comments. Uh, Also, any interest in other classes? Well, there's a few classes I know even better than the Warrior. For example, Paladin and most forms of Control Mage, but not Freeze Mage. Okay, so we're up against a Druid. This is a great class to. It's actually not as hard to beat as it seems. So it's nice to have this class as an example. Armorsmith is great. You want early bodies against Druid. You want early bodies, weapons, and execute. Shield slams, you need the armor, so not a great card to have. But this is good. I can go coin Armorsmith into Cruel Taskmaster and get the aggression up really early, which is what you really want against a Druid. So basically the way to beat a Druid is to get the board. The reason why Druids are so good against Warrior is because they have the combo. So once they build up a big board and Warrior can't remove it, they'll just burst you down, and Warrior just doesn't have enough time to stabilize. So yeah, this is going to be the play. Yeah, so they just don't have enough time to stabilize. So double combo Druids are especially hard for Warrior. The less combos, the more defensive the Druid is, the easier it is for Warrior to beat. Now, against Druid, you just want to try to keep the board and take it. So don't be afraid of using your removal, like your shield slams and your executes. Don't be afraid of throwing them out there. Even if your hand is much smaller than the Druid's, your hand is going to be much smaller than a Druid's. Uh, like that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You want the board because once Druids fall behind on board, they have a really tough time taking it back. So if you can keep the board against them, then you're doing a good job. It's the reason why Throttling Berserker and Piloted Shredder are so good, because think about if I drew my Throttling Berserker there, I could play it, and then I could play into Piloted Shredder, and suddenly I got a board going, and Druids just can't deal with that. Once Druids fall behind, they have a tough time. So play your minions, and also instead of trading, like if you have a 5/5 and they have a 5/5, instead of just trading that, it's a lot of the time best to, like if you have a shield slam and you have enough armor, shield slam away that 5/5 and keep your 5/5 alive. That way, you never give initiative back to the druid. So, in keeping with that, I could armor up, shield slam, and then I could save my 2/2. But the 2/2 and the 1/3, there's not that big a difference between them. Make sure to armor up second, so you always have armor, so your shield slam is better. And I have my Belcher next turn going into Shield Maiden, so this is looking okay. It also helps when they don't have Wild Growth or Innervate, obviously. Okay. So I'll be Belchering here. I could have also hit with my axe and then said I have to hit with my axe again, but that seems pretty poor. Okay, he's going to run that in. I don't mind that at all. This Sylvanas is really annoying. Ugh, man. What to do here? What now, indeed? Like, if I run these both in and I play my Shield Maiden, then he'll just be able to steal it. I think I just have to play really passively, which is so frustrating. Like, you don't want to play passive against a Druid. You want to be aggressive. Oh, no, I'm going to Shield Slam that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, what was I thinking? Give him a 1/2. No, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? Now the 1/2 trades it to the 5/1. But I just gave the Druid initiative. Sylvanas just stole him back initiative. Otherwise, I would have played the Shield Maiden. And yeah, very annoying. Okay. I could just Doctor Boom here. He has a zombie challenge, makes me think that he only runs one copy of the combo. Um, Especially with the Belcher. So this is a slower Druid, which is good for me. I might just throw down the, because I have the Brawl, so I can throw down the Doctor Boom here, and then allow him to build up this big board, and then just Brawl all the way, and actually play a defensive style, which isn't what I like to do against Druids, but it might be. This Sylvanas has really put me in a tough position. I should also probably trade this in because of mind control tech, but at the same time, I think that's. I don't really want to, because then he can guarantee. Actually, yeah, he could guarantee taking that. I think he can anyway. Okay, so he'll just end up taking my 7/7, which is fine. Um, this just allows me to. What is this? Swipe? Okay. Weird. Oh, okay. Hit the Sylvanas. Nice. Take the 1/1. Nice. Got pretty lucky there. Not what he planned. I'm in decent shape now. It's all coming together. So yeah, I'm less afraid of combo against this guy, But you can see why this is tricky. Like, this is a tricky matchup. Let's just say he has combo in his hand. He already has 3 minions on board. He develops one more. And, like, what am I supposed to do against that next turn? So both swipes are gone. Good thing to note. Develop. Easy turn there. Next turn will probably be Alex. Because we just drew that Grom, so we can push. Okay, wow. So many Belchers. Wait, did he steal one of my Belchers? How does he have all... Oh, he stole one of the slime. Sorry, I was about to say. So much slime. I could also just Shield Maiden, Shield Slam, but... yeah, no. I'm going to be a little defensive here. I'm not quite going to play the Alex just yet. I'm a little worried about combo, and since I can play around it, I think it's fine to play around it. Just for one more turn. Then I'll take the board and seal the win. So I played both Shield Maidens and I haven't played the Shield Slam yet. But right now, he can't actually take away that much armor with the minions that he has on board, so it's fine. If he had more minions on board, then, well, I'd probably be forced to Shield Slam one of them away. And if I didn't have Shield Slam in my hand, he had more minions on board, I don't know. I'd probably be desperate enough to play the Shield Maiden. It's a big enough body. In the case of a card like Shield Block, though, I probably wouldn't use it. I just armor up. Okay. He's having some trouble here. I've taken a nice board here, though. He might big game under this. Whoa. Yeah, okay. It's pretty good. I can Shield Slam the 4/6. Okay. Yeah, I can Shield Slam the 4/6. Can I not? No, I can't. I'm 1 mana off and being able to play the Alex in 1 turn. That's a card. That is a card. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So, armor up, Shield Slam, Baron. I think this game's mine now. Next turn we can Alexstrasza, hit him in the face with a bunch of damage. Yeah. So we'll make that trade and we'll Alex. Right? Yeah. Especially since he's already used his big game hunter, we can pretty well guarantee lethal. We are 2 damage off lethal on that last turn. So, oh yeah, don't forget Baron deals the 2 damage at the end of the turn. Sometimes you'll find lethals that you didn't have before. Do we still not? Whoa. We don't have it. Whoa. We need to draw like a activator for Grom. Yeah, that's it. Easier matchup. It was a defensive Druid. Faster Druids are much tougher to deal with, but we managed to get the win, which is nice. Hurrah! Okay, so that was Warrior Guide number 2. Let me know if you guys want videos of them broken out by class. I think that would be easiest, and then I could really get a good. You could really learn, like if you're struggling against one particular class. I think that would be really useful. So I'm gonna plan to try and do that. Just a little. It's a little tricky with video editing and stuff like that. A lot of time, but I'm here for you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. Uh, Follow me at games_Spartacus on Twitter for all the new videos I post, and obviously if you subscribe here, you can see that too. And then I write articles about video games and a lot of Hearthstone articles on websites, so I post those up too. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.